Horror Junk, episode number 15. A couple months ago, we got a movie called Monster Cops from a guy named Patrick Producer, I'm guessing, writer-director.
But the only horror element is they have monster in the title of Monster Cops.
And there was references to vampires, zombies, and werewolves. We never saw a werewolf.
Never saw a werewolf.
They talked about them a lot. We never saw one. Saw 2 or 3 zombies and maybe 1 or 2 vampires.
A couple vampires. There was a scene where he was shooting and there's probably about 5 or 6 zombies, but you know, they're zombies just because they're going like this and walking really slow.
So, and I don't know, had this guy seen an episode of ours?
I don't know.
Because if he'd seen an episode, he must have known that it would not be reviewed favorably. I mean, he must have known.
All right, I don't know. Let's
break it down.
So the movie is Monster Cops. It's sort of done in the style of Cops, sort of in a way, where you're following these agents around, but it's a little bit more documentary-ish.
Right.
Not so much Cops format, but it's close.
Right.
And you're dealing with cops. So initially, when I heard about it, I was like, "Sweet, these guys are following. That's a great idea. Following these guys around, killing monsters and stuff. It'd be like cops following around Ghostbusters for a week."
Right.
Fantastic idea. The format didn't really hold for an hour and a half.
No.
We got bored with it about 45 minutes into it.
And you know, I didn't know it would be a Cops parody.
Me neither.
I was thinking more like Monster Squad, that sweet-ass movie from the 80s. You remember that?
Yeah.
With like the teenage kids that...
Comes out on DVD July 24th. Go buy it.
Does it really?
Yes.
That's
How
gonna be
did you not
sweet.
know this?
I don't know, but I'm totally looking forward to it. That's a great movie. I thought it was going to be more like that. Like, people, like, you know, a bunch of monsters and, you know, a couple of people that make it their mission to get rid of these. That's what I was expecting. I was not expecting this, like, mockumentary type movie. I don't know. What word am I looking for?
It's a movie, but...
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to rate this movie on Golden Rings because there's a funny clip of the movie where they're driving around and they're arguing about the 12 Days of Christmas.
5 golden rings!
Alright, so Golden Rings. Nudity?
0 golden rings. 1 big ring.
No nudity to speak of. In fact, just one girl, one female in the whole movie. Not really attractive, slightly chubby, not really, and barely in it, by the way.
Slightly chubby's okay, but no boobs.
Nothing.
Not even an ass shot. Yeah.
Which makes this the second movie we've reviewed so far with no nudity.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but what are you gonna do?
Blood and gore.
0.
I'm gonna be a little friendlier than you, Wolford. I'm gonna give it 1.
Really?
Because there was a little bit of blood.
There were some headshots of the zombies, I guess, and some computerized.
And the end with the guy running on the ground with the blood on the sidewalk.
So I didn't even notice that. I was looking at the timer.
It's a bit, yeah. By the end, you're just really like,
I'll go
oh,
half
geez.
a ring. I'll go half a ring. Now I think about it.
I'll go a full 1 because that's really the only place this is going to get any points.
That's true.
To be perfectly honest with you, death scenes.
0.
I'm gonna go 0.
There was some death scenes, but it wasn't anything like, oh my god, that guy just died. It was just like, eh.
Now, did any single person in this movie die other than gunshot wound?
No.
A couple people getting shot, but
Guns in horror movies are never good.
no, that's boring in a horror movie. Are you kidding me? There's no place for guns in horror movies. Nothing. Like, they just shouldn't exist.
Did Dracula need a gun? Did Lestat need a gun? Did Count Chocula need a gun? No! You are an old school vampire! You do it the way it's supposed to be done! You don't need a gun, and you know it! Put the gun down and bite me! Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about!
Horror movies need to be more inventive. That's why you watch it. Like, that's part of the reason you watch them, is for like the really cool and bizarro death scenes.
Yeah.
And this just didn't deliver. It was gunshot wounds every single time. And also, no good guys died.
No.
Well, I guess we shouldn't ruin it, should we?
No, I shouldn't ruin it, but nobody died on screen.
Right. And that's another reason you watch scary movies. If only bad guys die, it's like,
who cares?
that's not a horror movie. So I would say it failed in that respect. Death scene 0. And finally, special effects.
There was some actual special effects in the movie. There was, like we said, everybody died by a gunshot wound, so there's a lot of gunplay in it. And there was a lot of little bursts and stuff from the end of the guns, which had to be added in later.
And the blood.
Some of the zombie headshots was added in later. There was a lot of different things they did with the camera, which was obviously done in post and stuff. So.
And I will even give it credit for the weird little animations that it played during the cutscenes and the drawings, and I'll give it some credit there. I'm gonna go two golden rings.
2 golden rings. I'm gonna go. I'll go get 2. I'll give it 2. They at least tried in this aspect of it.
And another positive note, it seemed completely obvious that this was actually edited with a real computer.
It's true.
Pretty much all the other movies that we've watched look like they could have been edited, with the 2 VCR method where you hit play and the record. And this one, looked like they used a computer.
They at least had the same quality as the show. So that's
barely. Overall, I'm gonna give it 1 just because this has to beat Skygen. Skygen got a big fat 0. This was more enjoyable than Skygen.
I'll go 1.5 strictly because of the main character in it.
He was good.
Who was the writer-director also.
Right.
Patrick Producer or whatever, however you pronounce it. Sorry, we're totally butchering your name, but he was funny.
He was good.
If anything else, he was dead on with delivery.
Yeah.
I'll give it a good 2 overall.
2? You went from 1.5 to 2, just like in a split second.
Just remembering some of the lines from it.
Shut up! What the shut up? Come into my house with shut up, or I will shut the fuck up for you.
What? Alright, I'm gonna stick with my 1 because, to be honest, it didn't even have a plot for the first hour and 10 minutes. It was just what is going on in this movie? None of this is related to anything else. It seemed like the worst episode of Reno 9/11, and by the way, I hate that show, so me comparing it to that is definitely not a compliment. I hate horror comedies, Wolford. I hate them, and you know why? It's a cop-out. Which, ironic, monster cops. It's a cop-out because horror movies are meant to be scary, and they're meant to be shocking, and they're meant to show you stuff that, you see it and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that they just showed that on television. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so when you make a horror comedy, it's a cop-out because if what you did sucks and it ends up being unintentionally funny, then you can just say oh well, it's a comedy too, so it's funny and that's fine. You have to have respect for both genres. You have to really respect horror movies and you have to respect comedies to make a really respectable horror comedy. This didn't have respect for the horror genre. It didn't even try. For a show called Horror Junk, I don't know why he sent it to us. I guess it was enjoyable and it was free.
So yeah, if you want to watch the trailer or something, I think they got the trailer up on the website. Just go to monstercops.com and check it out for yourself and decide if you want to watch it or not.
Check out the Horror Podcast and Night of the Living Podcast for your audio-only podcasting needs.
Definitely. And you should go sign up at the website. We're almost to the 100th member. So if you like free stuff, signing up is good.
You'll get a t-shirt, maybe. Possibly.
T-shirts are good. I like t-shirts.
So any guesses on how long, how many episodes we'll be saying we're almost to the 100th? I'm going to guess 6.
I'm going to go 5 more.
5 more? I'll go 6 more.
Alright. We'll see.
Well, signing off, this is Tim.
This is Brian.
And we watch crappy horror movies, so you don't have to. Think you're going to hit it right at the lens?
Do it.
Oh, that was closer. Oh, that was really close. Oh, that was super close too.